Hi everybody. Today's our topic is about towards civil disobedience movement. Last class we studied about non-cooperation movement and Gandhiji decided to call off non-cooperation movement due to Chauri Chaura incident. In 1922, Chauri Chaura incident happened. Chauri Chaura is in Uttar Pradesh. So that you have to know because it will come for map question. Where is Chauri Chaura? Chauri Chaura is in Uttar Pradesh. Anyway, due to Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhiji decided to call off non-cooperation movement. After that, Gandhiji realized before starting a mass movement, Satyagrahis should be trained, and within the Congress some leaders they were now tired of mass struggle, or mass movement. So they wanted to participate in the election. They want to participate in the election to the provincial council set up by the Government of India Act of 1919, and they felt that it was important to oppose the British policies. So what they decided? They decided to participate in the council election, provincial council election set up by the Government of India Act of 1919. At the same time, some other important leaders like C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, they formed Swaraj Party within the Congress. So question will come, who formed Swaraj Party? Swaraj Party formed by Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das. C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. So these two important leaders, C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, they formed Swaraj Party within the Congress. At the same time, some young leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose, they started radical mass agitation for full independence. Our next topic is about economic depression. So this topic you have to know who formed Swaraj Party. Swaraj Party formed by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. Our next topic, economic depression, Great Economic Depression. Great Economic Depression. Agricultural prices fall from 1926 and collapsed after 1930. So you know children, it is a time of depression, Great Economic Depression. So what happened to the prices of agricultural product? It fall from 1926 and after 1930 what happened? It collapsed. The demand of agricultural goods that also fell and its export also declined. So it found difficult for the farmers to sell their harvest and pay their revenue. During this situation, British government sent a commission to India. Our next topic is about that commission. Commission is known as Simon Commission. Next topic about the Simon Commission. Commission came to India in 1928. So which year? 1928. Year, don't forget children, 1928. Anyway children, the new Tory government in Britain constituted a statutory commission under Sir John Simon. This commission came to be known as Simon Commission. So under the leadership of Sir John Simon, that commission came to be known as Simon Commission. And why the commission came to India? Look into the constitutional system, of India and suggest changes. And the commission had 7 members. Commission came to India for what purpose? Look into the constitution, our constitutional system, and suggest changes. 7 members are there. commission don't have any single Indian member. Okay, so 7 members are there, but commission didn't have any single Indian member. The commission came to India to study about our constitution, but in that commission don't have any single Indian member. So what happened? Indians welcomed the commission, Simon Commission, with a great slogan, Simon go back, Simon go back. And all parts of India there would be demonstration, black flag, and the slogan Simon go back. All the political parties, including Indian National Congress, Muslim League, every parties participated in the demonstration. So solving that situation or winning the situation, Lord Irwin offered a vague offer of dominion status and a roundtable conference to discuss the future constitution of India. Anyway, this did not satisfy the Congress leaders. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru, radical leaders within the Congress, Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose, they became more assertive. And in December 1929, Jawaharlal Nehru, under the Lahore session of Indian National Congress, formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj, or full independence for India. So this Indian National Congress session is very important. Okay, 1929, an Indian National Congress session held at Lahore in 1929. So Simon Commission, ma'am already told you, 1928. After that, in 1929, an Indian National Congress session was held at Lahore under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, and in this International Congress session declared Purna Swaraj. So what is the speciality of this International Congress session? That question will come. So in this Congress session, what happened? It declared Purna Swaraj or complete independence, Purna Swaraj or complete independence. And it was declared that 26 January 1930 it would be celebrated as the Independence Day. Which day? 26th January 1930 it was declared 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as Independence Day, and the people would take a pledge to the struggle for complete independence. Okay, so that is the speciality of Indian National Congress session held at Lahore. So it is very important in Indian history. Okay, 1929, December 1929, Indian National Congress session held at Lahore. It declared Purna Swaraj. 6 January 1930 declared as Independence Day. What happened? It attracted very little attention only. So after that, Gandhiji decided to start a mass movement that is known as civil disobedience movement, that we will study in the next class. I think today's topic is clear to you. If you have any doubt, ask me. We will meet in the next class.